Fuck you, Charlie, man. Fucking asshole. Shut up. Mate, get over it, Blue Baggers. Things will be good next year. Hit my music, let's go. Are you ready for this? I don't even know if I am. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I am your host, Andrew Illy. And this is the Ball of Truth. Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are around the world. Wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. Yep. Trade period is over. It is long gone. Thank you very much for joining me. Everyone, this is the Ball of Truth. I am your host, Andrew Illy. And my goodness, last night was insane. And like we said on Monday, Charlie Curnow is gone. Officially out of the Carlton Football Club. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I love that quote. Dark Knight, one of my favourite movies of all time. Charlie Curnow, after his final season with the Blues, has become the villain. And I woke up this morning feeling fantastic. I'm completely over it. And I'm excited for next season. I truly am. I don't care anymore. But scrolling through X, an absolute cesspool on X, so many Carlton fans acting as if there's been a murder. Crazy. The only thing that's been murdered is time. Their time. Seriously. The only thing that I cared about this morning was Carlton. I don't care about Charlie anymore. He's gone. But they're calling Charlie every name under the sun. Traitor, Judas, hoping he gets injured, wishing all these bad things for him and his family and not renewing their memberships and in protest and all this shit. Get off Twitter, my fellow Blue Baggers. All will be okay. I just couldn't believe some of the shit I was seeing. I had to unfollow some people. I'm just like, man, fucking relax. Look, I get it. I was disappointed too, but that's why I'm here. I will make it make sense. It's going to be okay. Charlie Curnow has been traded to the Sydney Swans. In the final minutes of trade period last night, I was watching Blue Abroad, Terry and Pom. Unbelievable stuff by those two blokes last night. Very entertaining. It was nerve-wracking. It was funny. It was hilarious. But for me, when it all happened and when we found out, even though we knew it was inevitable that Charlie was going, for me, it was kind of a sad feeling. Felt a little bit of betrayal. You know, after a few months ago, Charlie saying, nah, I'm a Blue Bagger next year. Back in July. This one, to me, felt like you're on a break with the girl, your girlfriend, or the girl that you've been seeing, but you're on a break because things aren't great. And in like the 4 weeks that you're trying to figure shit out, you decide to call it to an end. It's done. There's confusion, there's emptiness, and a bit of what now? That's how I felt. But honestly, man, today, that was last night. Today, I woke up feeling great. It's given me a high amount of optimism for our club going forward into 2026 and beyond that. Honestly, I think last night was a breath of fresh air and almost a weight off our shoulders. I don't know if you guys felt that too. For me, I feel like the weight is off my shoulders and I can just focus now on Carlton. I'm excited for the team that our management were able to assemble for next year, 2026. We needed to get rid of anyone who was toxic in the rooms or brought a negative energy to this team. And this trade period and in the off-season, I believe we've done exactly that. Kudos to Graham Wright, Michael Voss, Nick Austin, Chris Davies, who's literally just come in. Chris Davies has just come in, and literally the first thing that's happened is Charlie Curnow, the best forward, arguably when they're in form in the league, traded. Huge. The balls. This is the Graham Wright effect that I was talking about months ago. That change was coming. And my goodness, we asked for it and it's here. So don't be upset, guys. It's going to be good. Charlie Curnow leaving Carlton 100% needed to happen. I believe that. Charlie is a superstar when he wants to be. But he's a superstar who we haven't seen really perform to his ability in a year and a half. His mindset no longer aligned with the rest of the team. And the truth is, he was a former shell of himself this season. He only kicked 32 goals in 2025 this year in 18 games. He looked lazy. He was lazy. He gives up on the chase. He was soft in the tackle. He was slow to the ball. He couldn't change angles well. Maybe that's due to his knees. They were bothering him. He seemed weak in the contest. Mentally, he was checked out. Now, he wasn't the only one who checked out, to be fair, and I pointed this out all year. That the whole team basically did, except for the youth. They injected life into this team in the latter part of the season. But let's not go there. I'll talk about that on my season review. Charlie spent 10 years at Carlton. A 2-time Coleman medalist. Had so many highs, and I'll thank him for that. Seriously, gave us so many great memories. I don't hate Charlie Curnow. I'm disappointed in the way he left after the dismal, awful, dreadful season that we had. Maybe one day he will reveal the truth as to really why he did want out. And I watched his interview today, the first one as a Swan. And you know what? I don't care. I kind of feel sorry for him in a weird way. I don't know why I felt that. I think he's a very relaxed guy in general. And he doesn't take things too seriously. And I don't think that helped his cause. He wants the chilled lifestyle, and I can relate to that. But he gives off, when you hear him talk, he gives off kind of stoner vibes. Not that he is a stoner. I'm not saying that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Who doesn't love a cheeky jozzer and a gummy once in a while? Come on, guys. In all seriousness, at the end of the day, he's only a human. And he's doing what he believes is best for him. And you can't really hate that. He's young. He's 28. And in this modern day and age, nobody really knows what they want to do at that age. He doesn't like the limelight. And he wanted to get out of the Victorian bubble, so we've heard. And that's fair enough. I'm sure, you know what, he's a very good, genuine dude. But do I care for him now? No, not really. I just care about Carlton. I hope that Carlton, our boys, win a premiership. And I want him to see it from afar. And hopefully one day he realises what he had at Carlton. That's all. I loved Charlie. But that love kind of stopped this season. I'll be honest with you guys. I will say, I will miss the way and his ability to ignite our fans and the crowd. No one sparked our crowd in the last, I can't even remember, better than Charlie Curnow did. They would be chanting his name. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. So I get where the disappointment comes from, because he was a fan favourite. He's been there 10 years. And you know what? I'm sure there's going to be a new fan favourite. There will be next season. And beyond that. But things got tough this year. He quit on us. Really, that's what happened. So, good luck, Sydney. He's all yours. And I look forward to that game next year. The boos will be hilarious and insane. And I encourage it. I love booing. I love atmosphere. It's going to be awesome. But I refuse to focus my energy on Charlie anymore. I'm just done. It's all about the new blokes. Liam Reedy, Campbell Chesser, Ben Ainsworth, and especially Will Hayward and Ollie Florent, the two Sydney boys that we got in exchange for Charlie Curnow. Well, one of them. I'll tell you guys how it went down. But we as a fan base and a club right now need to get the fuck around those boys, the new guys. Make them feel welcome. Cheer for them. They are now navy blue, and we will support them like we do the rest of the team. We've got to make them feel like they're part of the club, because they are. That is our future going forward. That's all I've got to say. I did have that moment where I was pissed off, and I was just... It just took me a good night's sleep, and I looked at our team for next year, and I'm fucking excited, man. Now, this is what the trade looked like in the end. So, this is a trade period wrap-up. So, we got Will Hayward, if you're looking at the screen, Oliver Florent, Ben Ainsworth, Campbell Chesser, Liam Reedy. 5 good players there. We got pick 9, 11, 43, 54, 67, and 72 for this year. For this year's draft. We got a 2026 round 1 pick off Sydney and a 2027 round 1 pick off Sydney, which is huge. So the deal that went down last night is it was 3 first round picks and Will Hayward. And from all the reports is we held off and we were saying no until Sydney finally came to the table at the end. Now, I did say on Monday that I would be upset if we didn't get an A-grader in return. And look, I am to a degree that we didn't get like a Goulden or someone like that. But it just wasn't the reality. Charlie Curnow has had conversations after the season ended with management. And he said if there's a possibility that I could get traded, put my name up. And I think light bulbs were going off in Graham Wright's head and Voss's head and whoever it was. Because automatically, and Graham Wright's known for this, for getting rid of superstars, he's thinking future. What can we get? And I love that. It's a ruthless attitude, and we've been asking for ruthlessness, cuntness, and that killer mentality all year. And we're getting it. So it's fucking awesome. And yeah, like I said, the light bulbs were going off. And Graham Wright's like, you want out? All right. What can we get in return? And we got a good return. It's not the best return ever. It wasn't the best trade ever. But right now, where things stand, where Charlie is in his career, where Carlton is as a whole, this needed to happen. And I think right now, we're a far more balanced team. And Chris Davies even said it. We've brought in 5 players. And more to come with the draft picks. Harry Dean, I'm assuming that will be wrapped up. Peter Dean's son in the draft. So that's awesome. We even did a pick swap with Hawthorn last night. It was all happening. It was absolutely incredible. It was probably one of the most exciting trade periods for me, anyway, and for our club, because it was huge. The repercussions going forward and so many changes, it will only benefit our club. So, overall, have a look at the screen here. Our ins, Liam Reedy, Campbell Chesser, Ben Ainsworth, Will Hayward, Oliver Florent, pick 9 and 11 this year. And then next year, we'll get a first rounder from Sydney and a first rounder in 2027. And that's important because Tasmania's on the verge of entering the league as well. We want Cody Walker, that's Andrew Walker's son. Outs, Jack Silvani, TDK, Corey Durden, Charlie Curnow, Alex Chincotta, Sam Doherty, Orazio Fantasia, and Harry Lemmy. Now, out of those outs, Jack Silvani, TDK, and Charlie Curnow, it is fair to say they were adding to the negative energy. You had TDK with his contract bullshit all year. You had Jack Silvani in the second half of the year. Didn't play a game and his contract was up and it was a disaster. And then, who was the other one? Oh, Charlie Curnow. Now, that was a non-issue until after the season. That's when all the talk started. So, look, it is what it is. It's done. We move on, and we got to get around the new guys. But I think overall, we've done very, very well. And I said, we're not going to... Sorry, guys. We're not going to get what we want out of the whole Charlie thing. But we got something good. It's not the worst. Our depth is key here. And we're getting so many players, all different types of players come in. Our forward line is going to look a hell of a lot different when you got Will Hayward, Ben Ainsworth, Harry Mackay, Liam Reedy, Hudson O'Keefe, all these guys, man. Zach Williams is in there. Who am I missing? There's got to be others. But it's exciting. And you know what? Going inside 50 now, we're not going to be so Charlie-centric. How fucking predictable were we all year last year? Seriously, going long to Charlie, long to Harry. No one was lowering the eyes to the smaller dudes. And I expect that to fully change next year. Plenty of options, plenty of... The brilliant thing about this is, look, I was against Ollie Florent being part of the Charlie deal, and I'm glad he wasn't. It was separate. We only gave up a 3rd round pick for him. It's huge. His experience, he can kick a footy. Now, if it was a direct swap, Charlie for Florent and picks, I was totally against that, and that's what I was talking about on Monday. But it was a separate deal, and I'm happy with it. And Florent's a good player, man. Just because he fell out of favour with Cox, don't let that stick in your brain. Because he's a bloody good player. He's not an A-grader, but he'll do the job, man. He's got outside run, he's strong, and he can kick a fucking footy. Will Hayward, he can kick a footy. He's got a brain on him, especially when ball goes to ground. He gets creative, can kick goals. Love it. All the guys that we brought in add something. So, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. What do we got? Oops. Sorry there. There was one other thing I wanted to mention, and I can't even bloody remember now, but look, next week, I probably either Monday or Wednesday, I'll drop another episode. It might not be the season review. I might wait another week for that. But we'll cover all the news, guys. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who's supporting the show, all the new subscribers that jumped on board all year. It's been awesome, man. Like, the channel's growing, and I seriously couldn't be happier, so thank you so much. Like I said, I've mentioned this before. When I first started this channel, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, honestly. I was just putting shit out there. It started off as a Manchester United thing, and then I just switched it into Carlton, and now it's doing some decent numbers. So I'm bloody pumped. But I want to get to 1,000 subscribers next year, man. I don't think we'll hit it this year. It's October, and there's not much going on up until draft or after the draft. But that is the goal for next year. We want to get to 1,000. But being over 700, I'm wrapped. Because last year... Was it last year? 2024? Yeah, it was. Last year, in March, before the season began, I was on 60 subscribers, and I'd been like that for a long time. So thank you, everyone. I love you all. Man. Oh, merch. Yes. I know I mentioned this the other day, but the merch is live. The website's been launched. Plenty of good stuff there. Christmas is coming up. I'll get stuck into that and put more effort into that over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I do have a funny season review planned for you guys. It's going to be a ripper, man. We're going to have some good laughs, some good throwbacks, and go through some dark times, because this season has been absolutely fucked up. But it's ended on a high. Seriously, right as we speak. Not the actual footy part, the postseason. We've done very well. I'm extremely happy, man. Look, I've probably left out about a billion things that I wanted to say tonight. It's just a quick episode, but I'll cover it all next week, guys. But that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your week and the weekend, guys. I am out of here, and I'll drop an episode either Monday or Wednesday for you. Got some stuff planned. But thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you to it. Love you all. Adios. Good night. And remember, subscribe, man. What the fuck?